Okay, let's see how chunking will help us with 3-digit by 1-digit division. Okay, we'll set it up with our division house, the dividend inside, the divisor at the door. Okay, first thing we're going to see is how many times does 5 go into 695? What are we going to guess? What are we going to start with? Well, since we have a number over 100, I'm going to go with 5 times 100 because as I can see, it's over 500, and I know 5 times 100 is 500. So I'm going to go with that. 5 times 100. Nice and round number, and that's going to get me much closer. So let's see what that gives me. 5 minus 0 is 5. 9 minus 0 is 9. 6 minus 5 is 1. Well, that took off a whole bunch of work. So now I'm going to look at 195. All right, so 195. Let's see. Well, I can also I can't do 5 times 100 again because that's not I can't fit 500 in there. Well, what about 5 times 10? So 5 times 10, that's going to give me 50 at least. So that should knock off a little bit. All right, so 100, well, let's do 5 minus 0 is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay, well, I still have 145 left. Well, this may take me several turns. So let me see if I can kind of double that up and see what is 5. If 5 times 10 is 50, then 5 times 20 should be 100. So 5 times 20, that is 100. Okay, so I know 50 is not enough, so I'm going to step it up a bit and see if I can get going a little bit faster. If I'm doing too small of a number, then I am going to try to take out bigger chunks to kind of go a little bit faster. I don't want to use up all of my paper down the line just because I'm trying to play it safe. So 5 times 20 does equal 100. 5 minus 0 is 5. 4 minus 0 is 4. And 1 minus 1 is 0. Alright, now I'm well within range. I can't do 5 minus 10, but if you take a look, 50 and 45, take a look, those are only 5 apart. So 5 minus 10 is 50, then 5 minus 9 should be 45, right? So I'm going to take a look at my multiplication chart. 5 and 9, why, they sure are. 5 times 9 is 45. So I'm going to do 5 times 9. Because that is 45, and that's going to get me finished for this round. 5 minus 5 is 0, 4 minus 4 is 0, and 0, and I have no remainder. These are my dividends, so I'm going to take these and add them up. So 100, 10, 20, and 9. So I have 9 here. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 100. I have no remainder, so my answer is 139, which is what we got last time. Now our other example, 413 divided by 3. Okay, again, since we're in the hundreds, let's see, 3 times 100, that is 300, that's less than 400, so I'm going to start there. 3 times 100, that gives me 300. Subtract 3, 1, 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay? Alright, so what else can I do from here? Well, 3 times 10, that gives me 30. So I can subtract that. 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay, I'm going to have to borrow here because I cannot subtract 3 from 1. So that's going to give me 11 minus 3. So 11 minus 3, 11, 10, 9, 8. That gives me 8. I did my touch math there. Okay, well, that's not so quick. So let me see. If 3 times 10 is 30, then 3 times 20 should be twice that. That should give you 60. So I'm going to try 3 times 20 for 60. Okay, that gives me 3 and 2. That's 6 minus, or 8 minus 6 is 2. Alright, so I'm on a good bunch here. Now I can look at my math facts and see how close I can get. Or I can go by what I know. Let's see, 3 times 12, or not 3 times 12, but 3 times 4 I know is 12, so I can do 3 times 4, and that's 12. That gives me 1 and 1. As close as I can get to that is, I think, 3 times 3, and I should know my squares. Remember we talked about squares last week. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, 11 minus 9, that is 2. Okay, I can't get any smaller than that because I have a 3 here. These are all my divisors, so I'm going to add these numbers up together. So I'm going to have 100, 10, 20, 4, and 3. That 4 and 3 gives me 7. 2, 3 gives me, that's 3, and then 1. Do not forget your remainder down here. So my answer here is 137, remainder 2. And let's check to see if that's correct. Why, absolutely.